August. Welcome to the 24th official International Beverly Hills Film Festival. I'm Katie. We are here in Hollywood, California at the historic Chinese Theater. We're talking to the cast, the celebrities in attendance, the directors, filmmakers. Great night for film here in Hollywood, everybody, so keep watching.
My character is an accountant who is one of Oskar Schindler's main accountants and was responsible for compiling Schindler's List, the famous, sort of notorious famous Schindler's List. This piece is a companion piece to, another story that takes place during the time of Schindler's List and the Plazhov concentration camp, and I played the role that Ben Kingsley played in the original, which is big shoes to fill.
Yes, huge shoes to fill.
The lead character in the film is an artist named Joseph Bao, who used his artistry, literally, I mean, his ability to do animation and calligraphy to survive during the war. And so I think the way that artistry can inspire and, in fact, become a savior for someone is incredible. And so...
And was it a challenge playing a true person, a real person, and also filling Ben's shoes?
Yes, and there was not too much. So I had done as much research as kind of was available about the character, and there wasn't like so much about his character other than everyone thought he was just a morally strong person, and so that was something I couldn't identify with as a... No, but it was something to hang on to, like, trying to maintain, a moral backbone in the midst of this very terrible time, so.
What's your social media so we can all stay friends and be, besties forever?
At Tseky, Tseky. Let's be best friends forever.
Like the number 4, forever.
Forever.
So I actually got involved back in 2019. I played Dita, and Dita is loosely based off of Pela Mendel, who was Rebecca Bau's best friend in the Plaszow concentration camp in World War II. So she's loosely based off of like a real life person. But yeah, I got involved back in 2019 before the pandemic. So it took a while for this to actually be made. We finally filmed this last year in Vancouver. We finally were able to put it on the screen. And I just saw the film for the first time a couple months ago. This is going to be my second time seeing it. And it's incredible. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the most amazing love stories of all time. Not that I'm biased. But yeah, it's just like this very empowering story of just love defying all odds, and I think that it's what the world needs right now. So it's a dream come true, especially a project like this. Like, actors can spend their entire careers waiting for a real story, like a real good character, and my character is fairly small in it, but the story in itself is just so epic, so wonderful, that I am just so grateful, and it's a dream of mine to be a part of an epic story like this.
So, and what kind of impact do you hope this film will have on the audience?
There's a lot of bullshit going on in the world right now, and this movie just proves that love defies all odds, that, if you have hope, then you can make it, and I think that's what the world needs. I hope that's what the message that people glean from this amazing movie. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's an uplifting story. Well, can't wait to watch it. So have fun tonight and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I play Rivka Bao, who met her husband, love of her life, at the work camp in Poland during World War II, and fell in love, and their love basically got them through the most difficult times. I think this entire project was a dream to me. I've been looking for something to do to represent my people and support my tribe, and this felt profound in deeper ways than anything I've ever done in my career. So I think the whole thing felt like a dream to me.
So tell us about the project, Bao, Artist at War.
Well, it was a story that was a long time in coming. The story was found in Israel 14 years ago by the original filmmaker. We've been on the project for 6 years this month. It's the story of a light in the darkness, one of the darkest periods in history, of how two people, against the odds and in impossible situations, found love, even to the point of getting married. Joseph Bao would
And of all
sneak.
places, a concentration camp.
He would sneak into the women's barracks to court Rebecca. They would grab kisses behind the latrines. So understand, if they were found in a kiss, they'd both be shot. He didn't care. He found love, and he was going to do anything he could to woo her. At the same time, he risked his life constantly forging documents to smuggle people out of the camps. Rebecca herself was a spy in the commandant's office. She was his chief manicurist, but she also spoke perfect German, and she could hear what their plans were, and she would report back. So there were two heroes who fell in love.
Did you know about the tie into Schindler's List? Did you say that?
No.
Schindler's List, we all know the epic Holocaust movie, was based on the same story in Plaszow concentration camp. So the two, Joseph and Rebecca Bao, met, and in the scene, there's a wedding scene in the barracks in Schindler's List. That's our story going forward. So when the two of them meet, and we go and we take it well beyond World War II.
So we're here with David Lipper, who is the director and performer in Murder at Hollow Creek. I love the great title, by the way. Tell us what inspired you to direct the project.
My friend Kelly Price, who I've done a few movies with, said, "Dave, I wanna write a film, and I want you to direct it." And I worked on it with him, and we had done Curse of Wolf Mountain before this. So this is Kelly's second film as a writer, and I said, "Sure, I'll direct this." And then kind of worked with him on the script. Once we got our cast too, things just blew up. It wasn't supposed to be a comedy, but me coming from Full House in the comedy world, I always find the comedy and everything. And lo and behold, we've won 3 Best Comedy Awards. Montreal International Film Festival, we won Best Comedy. Vancouver, we won Best Comedy. Top Hat, we won Best Comedy. So I guess people are laughing. It helps when we have people like Matt Rife in the film, who are just very funny people, and Penelope Ann Miller, who's hysterical. So really, having Mickey Rourke and Jason Patrick be super straight, I surrounded them with a lot of funny people, and we just had a lot of fun.
Well, congrats on the festival wins. So was that a requirement to direct it? Did you say, I'll direct it if I can star in it too, if I can be one of the characters?
What's funny is I put myself in my own films. I mean, I usually have the ability to make those decisions. I'm usually a producer and a director. And for me, I just know I can count on myself to show up. It's one less person to travel, one less person to put in a hotel. And it's easier for me to knock off certain roles I know I can do in my sleep. Detectives I've done in multiple films. So this is an easy role for me.
Yeah, it's like wearing multiple hats. I'm sure it sounds like you have experience with it. So how do you direct yourself? What's that like?
Yeah, I'm a very good listener when I direct myself. That's the key thing. I don't argue with me. If I'm arguing with me, we have a problem.
Are you like, David, you need to move frame left? Like, your head's out of the frame. Like, are you like having it like, no, that wasn't good. Take 2, do it again.
No, I pretty much know what I want and I move on. I do very few takes for everybody. In fact, the party scene I shot in basically 2 takes. And people were just amazed. So like we set it up for 45 minutes and shot it in like 15. And when you're shooting a movie in 12 days, you have to be pragmatic, you have to be efficient, or it's never going to work.
That must be great. That makes you a great director then, having experience as a performer too. So I can't wait to see the project.
You can follow me at David Lipper on Instagram. I've got a Facebook page too. There's a Twitter that I don't think I use, or X. But at David Lipper on Instagram is my main mojo. So yeah.
I'll tag you on IG then. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks. Here with Jessica Lord from Murder at Hollow Creek. I know this is so cliche, but who are you wearing, my dear?
I'm wearing Nadine Marabi, and it's literally the best quality, and I'm so honored to be wearing their brand because I'm such a fan.
I bloody love it. It's so beautiful. I would worry about those pearls falling off or getting snagged, but
All day I've been like, I've never worn this much white, and I am just such a blob. I'm like, I've got to be careful. No food around the outfit. No drinks around the outfit. So yeah, just water. Yeah.
well, it's a special occasion, so it's worth it. So, well, tell us about Murder at Hollow Creek and your character and the shoot.
No, I'm so excited. We filmed Murder at Hollow Creek like 2 years ago, so I'm so excited to be here and finally get to see it. I play the love interest in the film. I like to say that she's kind of the hero. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it's been such a fun role, and she's called Jessica too, so that's kind of nice. There was no confusion on set. I knew exactly who they were talking to. Yeah,
And it was a very quick shoot, right? 12 days, I heard.
yeah, it was. I honestly couldn't believe how quick they shot the film. I also ended up showing up a little bit later because of the flight situation, and I was really stressed, but they were so on it, and I didn't miss anything. David is so quick at, his organization, and just his skills as a director are incredible. That there was honestly, it was a stress-free zone. It was an incredible experience working with them.
Yeah, we talked to him, and having a director who was also a performer must have been fantastic.
Oh yeah, and also Kelly being the writer and also being, the lead in the film. It was really, really cool to be able to work in such a close, environment with them and really get to like almost collaborate a little bit too. It was lovely. Yeah.
It sounds like it was a dream project, and you're finally here at the premiere, right?
I know. I genuinely I'm so honored to be at the Beverly Hills Film Festival. Like, this is so cool. I never thought that I would have this opportunity. So I'm really, really grateful to be here. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing it, and have fun tonight. Oh, social media? You want to give out your social media?
I'm sure it's Jessica J. Lord on Instagram and Jess J. Lord on TikTok.
Are you Murder at Hollow Creek?
Yeah, I wrote it and produced it, and I'm in the movie too. But yeah, it was a cool experience writing it and like putting the talent packaging together and getting a director on board, and it was a great experience to see it all come together.
Did you write with yourself in mind then? Did you like, oh, I'll sound so good saying those lines?
I don't know about that, but I always, I just had that role in mind for myself, and I had a specific actor in mind to play my brother, who is Jack Kessie. He ended up doing an incredible job. He's not here tonight. He's I think he's in Michigan with his family, but yeah, he was just perfect for the role. So sometimes I'll write something or I'll read something that I'm producing and say, this is perfect for this person, or this is perfect for me, and then we'll just go for it.
And it sounded like the script evolved. It was originally supposed to be a little bit darker, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had several iterations of the script, and yeah, I mean, I had one sequence of it where it opened, and yeah, it was a little darker. It opened with the heist, and now it doesn't. So yeah, we definitely added a lot of comedy to it. It's funny you say that, because my first pass, it was darker. In that second pass, I said, you know what? I kind of want this to be like movies I watched growing up, like The Italian Job and movies like that. And we sprinkled a little bit of that comedy in there on the second pass. And then I sent it to the director, and he was like, yeah, I love those comedic elements. Like, let's bring that up even more. And then, and now we're here, and there's a lot more comedy. And David's great with comedy too. He directed another movie that I wrote and produced, and he sprinkled a lot of comedy in that too. So yeah.
Name is Pete Allman as President Donald Trump. And the name of the movie is called American Comedy. American Comedy is on TubiTV.com. We want to make the world laugh again, and we want to bring economy into our country again. 2024, I would do a round kick for you. Most of you don't know that I know martial arts, and Donald knows martial arts.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. But you know what? Eric Roberts is in the movie. He plays the Don. Dan Lauria from Wonder Years, his dad on Wonder Years. Yeah. And Tom Halleck, the former superstar of Younger Restless for years ago, and now Murder, She Wrote with Angela Lansbury. He plays Joe Biden. You're going to love it. Please go to TubiTV.com and laugh and laugh and laugh. Let's make the world laugh again.
So we're here with the short film, The Noise. I wrote and produced it, and he is the director of it. And The Noise is kind of about anorexia and eating disorders and kind of the internal struggle that it causes instead of just the external and what people look like and all the kind of stereotypical things that people talk about.
I would just like to add that she sent me the script, and it was a beautiful script, and I just tried to do the best I could to portray that in a visual medium and I didn't want to take away or even add anything more. I just wanted to leave it at what her story was and what her script was. Yeah.
Well, it's a very serious subject matter. What kind of impact do you hope it'll have on the audience? What message are you hoping they'll take away?
Yeah, we actually released yesterday, and it's been incredible. People are saying that like their eyes have been open to it, and then people who have gone through it have been saying they feel seen, and it's been a weird 24 hours of like getting very emotional messages. It's cool.
Yeah. No, it seems people when they watch it, they relate to it in many ways, and it's also very revealing to what it's like for people who do struggle with these issues, and I think it's very powerful thing that Jillian wrote.
It's great, and people will be able to relate to it, and feel like they're not alone. So that's a really nice message.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Do you guys have social media you want to give out for either yourselves or the film?
Just our
Yeah, Jillian Chase Fader,
and
Bryce
Guys are just our names. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, guys. Have a fun time tonight. Thank you.